Assalamu alaikum learners, welcome to grade 1 online science lessons. Here is your first lesson of this week. Our topic is once alive or never alive. You can refer to your textbook, page 3 for your science lesson. In this lesson, I'll be teaching you how you can compare and list the differences between the living, dead, and that things that have never been alive. And you will be creating a checklist to define what something must do or be in order to be alive. Let's have a look at your keywords. Number 1, alive. Number 2, dead. 3, never alive. 4, fossil. Number 5, material. Here is your textbook, page number 3 for your reference. You will find it on Active Learn as well. Let's brainstorm. Think about these questions. What something must do in order to be alive? Come on. Recall what you have learned during your last week's lessons. What can living things do? And to stay alive, what they must do? You can pause the video here and think about it. Then, can non-living things die or not? Give me a reason why they can die or why not. Do you know what's die? When anything stops living or breathing. At a moment when any living thing stops living, we call it dead, or we say it died. Have a look at this. Our topic is once alive or never alive. Look at this picture. What are rocks? Well done. They are non-living things. Non-living things like rocks have never been alive. They have always been non-living things. Why? Can they eat food? Can they drink water? Do they need air to breathe? No. Can they move? So, what are they? Living or non-living thing? Think about it. Look at these pictures. I have a plate of some dry fruits. And in the next picture, it's a fossil. Fossil is something that was alive long ago. So it might be a dinosaur fossil or any other animal that was alive so many years ago. We call it fossil. The dry fruits, for example, these dates or almonds or figs, when they were growing on the tree, they were part of the tree. They were changing colors. They were growing big into a juicy, fleshy fruit. But when we pick them from the tree, they do not grow anymore. So we say that fruits and vegetables, when they are picked from the plants, they stop growing. They are some things that were once alive. So fruits and vegetables and fossils were once alive. Alright, learners? Some things are made from living things. What do you think is a tree? Is tree living or non-living thing? Do you put water in the tree? Do you water your plants? What happened to them? Do they grow big? Yes. Why? Because they're living things. They're alive. They need water. They make their food from the light of the sun. And they grow healthy. Then Some trees are used to cut down. When they're cut down, the wood of the tree is used for making papers and pencils. So we can say the papers and pencils were once alive when they were Papers and pencils were once alive when they were a tree. So now they are no more a tree. They are not alive anymore. They were once alive. We will use the word have a look at these different objects. You can pause the video here and talk about it. Let's talk about the first three. Then you can do the rest yourself. The boy, who is he? Living or non-living? Good job, he's a living thing. Why? Can he eat food? Can he drink water? Can he grow up or breathe? Does it? He have five senses? See, hear, smell, taste, touch. Yes. So these five senses, eating, drinking and breathing, makes something living. Can knife, spoon and fork eat food, drink water, or have five senses? No, so they are non-living things. Look at this third picture, a shell, a rock with a fossil. This shell had some living thing inside it so many years ago. So now it's no more alive. We will use the word once alive for such things that are dead or no more alive. Talk about the rest of the pictures and put them in groups of living, non-living, or once alive. See, we can make three groups. Each group have different types of things. The first group is for living things. Tree, dog, people. So animals, plants and people are living things. Some things that were once alive are leaf, fossil and paper. Last group is for things that have never been alive. Never. We call them non-living things.
Living things. Living things are all around us. We are living things. Animals are living things. Plants are living things too. What makes something a living thing? Living things eat, breathe, grow, and make more of itself. Can you think of an example of a living thing? Animals are living things. There are many different types of animals. They all look different, but they all have one thing in common. They are all living things. Humans are living things too, and so are plants. Plants are living things because they breathe, eat, grow, and make more of themselves. Plants need food and water to live. Plants make their food through photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is a special word for how plants get their food. Photosynthesis is the way plants make their own food. Plants use the light from the sun to give them energy to make their own food. Plants grow like all living things and are alive. Non-living things do not eat, breathe, grow, or make more of themselves. Here are some examples of non-living things. Living things are all around us. We need to care for them and for each other. We can help all living things by caring for our environment. Our earth is full of living things that rely on it to breathe, to eat, to grow, and to be a safe place for their young. We can help by recycling, cleaning up, not littering, and showing respect for wildlife by giving them a place to live. Together, we can make the world a better place.
Which one am I? Look at the picture and choose the correct word for each picture. Your choices are living, dead, or never alive. Let me help you with the first one. Look at the first robot dog. What do you think? Is it living? Is it dead? Or it was never alive? You're right, it was never alive. Look at the second picture B. A dog miniature made from wood. Where do we get wood from? Do you remember? We get it from trees. So, what was this wooden dog miniature once? It was alive when it was a tree, but now it's dead. It's no more alive. Last one. This dog is still living. Have a look at these. The first picture A shows an elephant made from stone or cement, something like rock. So what do you think? Is it living, dead, or never alive? You're right, it was never alive. Next, an elephant. It's living. Look at picture C. We have elephant made out of paper. It's a paper origami. So what is it? What was paper? Was paper once alive? Yes, it was. Is it still alive? No. So we call it dead. Any living thing that stops living, we call it dead. Same goes for these. Picture A. These are toy grapes. Never alive because they are made of plastic. These are fruits growing on the tree, so they are still alive because they're still on the tree. Picture C, this picture shows we already picked the grapes from the tree. So they were once alive and now they are no more alive. So we will use the word dead. Here's a challenge for you. Think about these questions. You will pause the video after each question. How living things are different from non-living things? Another question is, what is paper made from? Remember, I just told you. Paper is made from wood. Wood which comes from the tree. Name some things that were once alive. So I have given you many examples. Recall and name some. Here is the fun part for you, a link for quizzes. Enjoy it and do let your teacher know about your lesson. So what did we learn today? Can you compare and list differences between living, dead, and things that have never been alive? Can you create a checklist and define what something should be or must do in order to be alive? Enjoy, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask your teacher. Take care, and I will see you in the next science lesson. Assalamu alaikum.